when the topic gets taken to the sandbox. One of
Oh,
four.
so until
It
these
sounds like
things
if you were in the
get
position of white people during the times of slavery, if the roles were reversed, you would have committed slavery, it sounds like.
what?
It sounds like if you were in the
Funny
position
story about that,
if
actually.
history was
There's a
if
movie.
history was
There's
the
a movie
opposite of
on
that, it
Amazon
sounds like
called.
you would fully
There's a
be
movie
a
on
slave
Amazon
owner.
called Crackers.
I was
Crackers, and
trying
I
to
think you
find
should watch
it
that
because I
movie.
have Amazon.
I think
I
you should
could
watch
not
that
find
movie and
it.
see.
I was trying to find it because I heard it last
It's not.
night
It
on
might. I don't
Juicy
know if it's on
Live.
Amazon or not.
I was trying
You're
to find it. I
sad.
couldn't
You're
find it.
sad.
Now, when I tell you about if the roles were reversed,
Yeah,
if
if
the
the
roles
roles
were
were
reversed,
reversed,
you wouldn't
society
be up
goes
here talking this
nuts.
bullshit. No, if the roles were reversed, a lot of white people get offended and get mad. Because trust me, somebody made a movie about if the roles were reversed, and they took a neo-Nazi and put him in a slave situation. And guess what? They didn't like that shit. They boycotted the movie. They came out in mass droves and said, "How dare you show this kind of movie?"
Yeah,
But they'll sit
Did
exactly.
there and
Spike
line
Lee
up in
make
movie
that
theaters to go
movie?
watch Emancipation of Will Smith or to talk about Roots.
Did Spike Lee make that movie?
It's a very pretentious and conceited point of
I
view
don't know.
I
to be
couldn't find
racist
I
it.
don't
like
think
that.
so.
I tried to find it.
I don't think. I don't think Spike Lee wanted to touch that. There was no way somebody could have. I don't know how that movie even got like as far as it did in the trailer, because the trailer in and of
Wasn't every
itself was
single
graphic.
race of humanity enslaved at one point?
Oh God, we're not talking about that. We're talking about 400
Oh,
Not
years
in the
of
same
it,
way, no.
and we still are in
So
slavery.
this
no, you're
this was
not.
funny.
No one is.
This is
No
what's
one
funny.
is
So a lot of
enslaved.
people,
You
a
know,
lot of
there
people
is
will
a
bring up slavery in
actually,
America and talk
actually
about, well,
switch
what
to
about the
racial,
Irish and the Scottish? Weren't they slaves?
but it has
The
nothing to do
Irish
with
and
color.
Scottish were indentured servants, by the way, and most indentured servants are not considered slave by the definition of slave. I had to debate somebody on this one time, and I got them to concede the point that indentured servitude is not the same as slavery because one, slavery is considered like you are doing this for a service, you're doing this for a payment. Your payment is being where you are with that person.
The
That's
Matrix,
your
the
payment, or you're
Matrix
paying
is the
off a
biggest
debt.
slavery.
You're doing something for something. With slavery, you're not getting paid for what you're doing. Slavery is 100% free labor. You are getting worked, and you are getting punished for something that is outside of your control. That's all you are doing is working. There's no
I
benefit to it.
I would say
So even
modern
if they do
And
society
they
clothes,
owned your
food,
is a
stuff like
children
that,
form
and
of
they
that's
owned
just
your
racism.
something.
grandchildren.
Modern society is a form
And
of
that is
racism.
chattel slavery. Now, in
The
chattel
Matrix.
slavery is completely different than the regular slavery that we know and that we've understood of what slavery is. There's
Yo,
agricultural slavery, there's sex slavery, there's different things like that. But chattel slavery was one of the most offensive forms of slavery because it was the one type of slavery where if you had a child, that child was born into slavery.
people are still born into slavery today.
I would just like to make a comment about
Name
the
them.
I think it's Bilbo.
Uganda Knuckles. Do you work a
The
9 to 5?
I would just like to make
Name
a comment
Yeah, okay, that's slavery,
about
the Matrix.
Can we have
About the
some
slavery.
can we have some order up in here? Because it seems like the girl wants to speak. Can we have a little bit of order and have a little bit of respect?
Nah.
I would just like to comment on the person who was talking about like, oh well, wasn't at one point like every race enslaved in some form. I think it was Bilbo Grimer. I think that's who said that. But I'd also like to say, like, earlier you said like to not focus on the past. So like
Yeah, because everyone
gotta
has
keep
had their
it
history.
even.
So what's the point? Focus on the future. Focus on yourself, buddy. That's the real key. Focus on yourself.
Yeah, I think it's important to focus on yourself. And actually, the point I wanted to come on here, I wanted to talk about internalized white savior mentality. And I definitely think it's unfortunately, a very real thing. And I think people will start to become aware of white
The
people will start to
Democratic Party,
oh, what does it have to do with anything?
the white saviors.
Okay. But all I'm saying is, I think
The liberals.
can I finish my thought? I think
No.
once that people start to become aware of the internal racism, then they'll start to become aware of internalized like white savior mentality. And it's like I've like reflected because I grew up obviously like very like privileged and I wasn't aware of my internalized racism. But then once I started to like become aware of it, I know like looking back, I'm like, ew, like
Can you like?
so
Can you like?
so gross.
Can you like? Can you like please get to the point?
Oh.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm really nervous. But I'm just saying I believe that white like savior mentality is very real and very harmful. That's all I'm trying to say.
Who was just talking?
That was me. My bad. I
Oh,
just
you're
wanted to
good.
know. Yeah, like what was the point?
Okay. Well, since you were talking, you want to go ahead, share your thoughts.
No,
Me or the other person?
was intrigued because I wanted to know what she wanted to say at the beginning. So I'm low key a little bit lost because I had a little bit too much wine, but I'm listening though.
Sorry, yeah, I had like a few thoughts and I just got nervous. But yeah, I was just trying to mainly talk about like so for example, I grew up Christian and I feel like it's white savior mentality is definitely even more prevalent in white Christians because
What you mean about white Christians? Because I'm interested in that kind of topic.
sure, like I was always encouraged and taught to like become a missionary when I was younger and like I think
Do
yeah.
you, I wanted to ask you a question. Do you believe that everybody in the Bible in the beginning were black?
Um, I believe it's possible. Yeah.
What you mean is possible? I mean, if you said that you come from that background, do you not
Sure.
know that everybody in the beginning were black?
Um, I don't know like what the first people looked like. But I know like a lot of um like
Oh, so
people.
you didn't know that Adam was made from like the ground? Like you don't know
Yeah.
nothing about that? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I know they were made from the ground. Yeah, I think like it's painted that like at least what I was taught, like I always thought of everyone or God as like white,
I mean, when you
but
said painted, can you explain what you mean about painted?
like that was in my mind when I pictured God. It was like I pictured him as white. But after learning like that I
All
was
right.
taught all of that.
So what is the color of the true God of this world?
Wait,
Well,
wait. Let me hold on, because I don't really like when people constantly tone police somebody, and I do want to be